Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. It is fucking hot right now. The sun is gonna be going down at some point, but it's hot as hell still. Well, other than that, my Tuesday has been pretty decent. Yeah, so I had to get up kind of early in the morning because I had a doctor's appointment, so to get some stuff taken care of. So that was nice and fun. Just making sure it was just like a normal checkup I get like 6 months. Every 6 months. It just that from the last time to this time, my doctor had retired, so I had to get a new doctor, and this person who was stationed at a different location, so I had to drive to a different area than where I normally would go to. Just kind of funny. And since I'd never been to this place before, it was like, oh, where do I go? Like, what? And then it's like, but we figured all that stuff out. I really all right, figured out how to get in here, checked in, do all my stuff. I had to wait for like 20 minutes before the doctor came in to check, to just kind of go, like, yeah, you're all good. Everything looks the same. And you're all good. I'm like, all right. Yeah, it's been a while since we done one of these, obviously. Because when hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Because it's been a bit since the packs have been available. Usually, whenever they do like a spring-ish time, whenever like the second time they do like a restock for the trading cards, they would usually be gone forever. When people start getting their blaster boxes, they just put those things back up for purchase. Because I think I've always said the second edition should just be the versions you can buy forever until the season 3 cards come out. Those should be like forever product. There shouldn't be a limit. And the first edition is like the stuff that would probably be worth a lot more money, and the second edition is like we're gonna print those out like nothing. See, I'm hoping, oh man, I'm just hoping to get a secret rare. That's one of the things that's kind of the problem. I had like one secret rare for season 1 after buying like a bunch of cards, and then here's season 2, and I still don't have one. So I bought 2 of these blaster boxes. These were available for Level Up Expo back in April, so people were able to buy them. Each one comes with a promo card of Demon Vox in either a normal foil or a cracked ice version. Of course, you don't know which one you're going to get until you buy it, until you open it. Similar to the Hate Watch card that comes with the Blu-ray for season 1. And of course, because I can't fit it really in the title without spoiling. Obviously, when we're done with this, we're gonna go look at something. I got the bar book and the coloring book for Hazbin Hotel, so we're gonna look through those pretty quickly. The bar book obviously is all recipes. So you just kind of see some of these drinks and food you can make. And then the coloring book, we're just gonna look through that real quickly because the coloring book and I don't really have any crayons or colored pencils to color with it. Yeah, it's still kind of warm here. It's like 84 degrees outside. It's cooler when I'm out. When I was outside, because it's like garbage time. I had to throw out the garbage and put out the curb. It's cooler out there than it is up here. It's wild. And up here because I live, you know, I don't live on. This room is not on the ground floor. Yeah, everything is running good. Liz, I hope so. I hope so. I hope I get the offer. My friend got the offer. I'm hoping maybe if the offer's in here. This room. Let's throw that down there. Make sure these cameras are set up right. that out the way. Okay, good, good, good. Just fix this one camera. Oh, I'm way too high up there. Oh, did I fuck up the plug? Nope, it's good. So yeah, let's see. Perfect. So here's the two blaster boxes in question. They still have the saran on them. I haven't even opened them. I didn't want to look. I wanted everything to be a surprise. Okay, so I'm all happy about, you know, I'm a showman. You know, I gotta make sure y'all see it all, firsthand. No tricks pulled here. Oh, some people I found are trying to when I buy like the Pokemon cards, try to return them if they don't get the pulls they want. And I think that's really weird. I don't know what that's all about. Like the whole point when you buy like blind bag, a blind, a card pack, it's a chance inside. That's why it's so cheap. It can't be like, oh, I didn't get a good pull on this. Let me just say fuck it and go, no, thank you. I'm gonna return this. Put you on the side here, on top of my iPad. Thing I with the Apple Pencil I barely use. Man, this iPad's showing its age there. Wait, what am I doing? Why am I fighting with the surrender? I look at my thing here. I have this very old utility knife. Very first job I ever had, my brother gifted me a utility knife for my job. And then when I got my current job, it's like, oh no, we don't use those. I'm like, oh, okay. Second edition blaster boxes. I'm surprised when they didn't do the same thing they did with season one. If everyone remembers, you could pre-order the season one cards. They had a version that came with 3 packs. I was actually surprised they never decided to just do that again. By the way, I'm very curious into the fact. There we go. I was bringing up, I didn't see any of the captions on the bottom there. I was like, what's that all about? So yeah, I got it open. We have 5 10 packs. One either premium foil or cracked ice demon box promo card. Let's open this bad boy up. Promo card for 5. Mine's just kind of hanging in the middle there. All right. So just normal foil demon box. It was kind of sandwiched in the middle there, like that. That's cool. Got to add that into the book, the thing. But there they are, the 5. We're gonna do these all one box at a time. Listen to Gerald Wade cover of The Shaded Winter. Why is that on playing right now? Because I like My Chemical Romance. Is I was a teenager in the 2000s. All right. All right. I'll put it on top. That would be the last card. I only see one. I remember the one time I had like 2 of them. It was like the foil was on top already. I was like, oh, I think I got something. All right, let's figure this out. What we got? Let us begin. So I got Vox's Office, the Hypnotized. You can tell I haven't done this in a bit because I'm putting the angles in wrong. We got the Pinches Portrait. We got Pendleton. We got the speaker of Gia. We got camera shy. I always end up getting this. We got the 4-star turf floor with Box and Alistair. I have a few of those. We got another hypnotized. Okay. Duplicates A. Got a Saint Peter. No, Oracle would be happy about that. I know. I think they're still doing the whole if you don't want your St. Peters, you just send them to them. And then my foil was She Took the Kids. So yeah, I got two hypnotized. That's very interesting. As well as my tracking is kind of well funky. Just kind of like I have like two cameras. So this one here is the 4K one. That's what you're seeing here. It only broadcasts in 1080p on OBS for some reason. And because of the position I have the other camera, which was when I started VTubing in 2021, this the C not the Logitech C920. I have it pointed as high as it can, and it's like not above me. It to be like kind of like this. So yeah, but yeah, kind of interesting. I wonder if because like I always thought to do this, I always wanted to make a chart of like if you have these cards in the beginning, like if you open your pack, the first cards you see, this is the chances of you of what you get. I always thought to do something like that. And I realized I wouldn't. It would be too much work. I'd be like, nah. Often I put these back in the packaging just to keep them all nice and organized. It's when everything's all done do I go, oh, I'm going to get rid of this. Now let me go through this and figure out where everything goes, alphabetize it, put it in the banners if anything new, but I usually keep them in the thing until, I gotta get rid of them. Yep. All right. Pack number 2. Feels about. Ooh. Yeah. Getting the balance is like a pain in the butt. I'll do that. That should hopefully be good. All right, pack number 2, ready to go. Hopefully, I see the thing is like I put the -20 and then I just halved up the music on the actual player. All right, let us. No, I'm gonna make it like this. I'm gonna flip it over. I don't know why I put it at the bottom. It's like reflective will be the first card. All right, first one. I had a lot of these. I remember that. Speed Run to Redemption. Then we got Rosie's Emporia. Then we got the Fancy Dress. We got the Magic Cat Casino. We got 666 News. Who's Camera Shy again? Drag Angel. Joe Robot Egg Boy. The Winter Pinches Room. And my foil card is St. Peter. I think, how many of those do I have? Hmm, don't remember. I think I have a few of them. I need to do like the whole like numbers thing. I remember when I was going through all my cards when I was when I was organizing my card binder for season 1 stuff. I had like a whole like count of everything of how many I had. I was like shocked by it. Yeah, I think that's one of the things from season 1 cards. I still can't believe was I got like 7 Alistairs and 3 of them and 3 foil versions. So I had like 10 Alistair cards. I was like, what the hell? You accidentally tap something on your phone. I accidentally pulled up the leaderboard. A thing I don't really care about. Okay. All right, pack number 3. Yeah, this one feels a little bit different. I think this might be an omni. This foil feels very different. I think it might be an omnichrome, but we'll see. You can feel like the face of the card. You can kind of feel if it's a little different or not. All right, so we got baggy. We got Cherry's Hotel Hook. We got the fancy dress. We got the Overlord games. We got the Emily gift basket. Nice little sad koala in there for us. The 666 news. The might of Lilith. The Hell's Fair. The nifty signs. And my foil card, as I assumed, that was going to be an Omnichrome. It is No Matter What It Takes with Alistair and Rosie. So that's cool. Don't remember if I got that as an Omnichrome. I say that there's not a way I can just literally just turn around and just go grab with my stuff and look at it. My dumb butt. Hang on. That is indeed a good poll. Hang on. Let me do what I should have did before we started and just grab my little binder. Look. It's literally in this little area here. It's where all my has-been stuff is. Don't kick that. See some RB spec in my own thing here. All right. Do 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 do. There's not foils. There's our foil cards. Crescendo. Nope, that's actually new. I have a. I do not have that card in my collection. This is so how I do things here. Hey, Sayu, how you doing? Sure, I can probably do that. So how I do it in the binders here, I think a lot of people might do this too. I will put it by the card number. So the card number in like the bottom right corner. As you can see, the bottom right corner, they have the number of what card it is. I will put it in the order, and I do it like foil, like a non-foil first, then foil. And then when I do second edition, I put that like separate. So like first edition, non-foil. First edition, foil. First promo cards go at the end. If it's like the normal foil, then I'll do second edition foil, then second edition cracked ice. I'll go. That's how I kind of organize everything. Keeps on nice and easy. So yeah, that will be definitely going into the collection. I also checked with the St. Peter. I do have them. You know, because there's this little space here. When I pass on through, if I grab something I do see. What surprised me when I actually opened the package and I was looking at the bar book and everything, I didn't surprised how small it was. Like the height waist compared to the coloring book, I was like, oh, this is quite small. But I did a quick peek inside to see, and I do see that some of the recipes don't have pictures on them, which is kind of sad. So you kind of have to just make the food to figure out what it looks like. And of course, we won't see, at least from them, from the Inside Edition company, you won't see another like Hasbin related thing until January with that journal that's coming out. But for we still, apparently it's still October for the art book, but there's no way to pre-order it. And it's interesting because that information is for the retailers. So when are we going to be able to pre-order that? All right, this is pack number 4 from this first blaster box. Obviously, after this, we have another box with 5 more. I struggle to open this. I don't do what my friend Velas does, where she pulls out the knife. I'm like, no, I'm gonna just carefully open this. There we go. Give this a foil a feel. Okay. Might be, I think it's a standard foil. Usually on the back, you can kind of get like there's a texture to it. So I think this might be a standard foil. So we'll see. All right, right off the bat. Yes, I got Danny Dubad. That's neat. I remember that was a card I had a hard time finding. They do look so nice. Got Clara and Odette. Got the Angel Egg Boys. We'll only say egg. We got a crescendo. I would say for these type of cards, I do love that it was just the lyrics of the song. So you have if you have them all together, then you get like you can do like the whole lyrics. Yeah, just real quick. Then we got Razzle. Just want to make sure my bit rate's doing okay. Sometimes I have issues right where the internet kind of ticks down a little bit. Okay, then we got Cherry's Hotel look again. Camera Shy again. Emily's gift basket again. And a little bit of deja vu. Camera Shy again. Very rare. I got like 2 of the same cards in the same pack. But again, I got another foil. She took the kids. It's like when you like feel like this area, if you like turn upside down to like that, and opera comb has like a feel to it. So you can like you kind of touch it and go like, okay, I think that's Octachrome. Like it has a very specific texture, so you can kind of tell the difference. Yeah, I remember for first edition, this was a card couldn't get. I was like, oh man, I love that Danny Dubak card. And then when the second editions came out, I finally got it. I was like, yay! Okay, pack number 5, the last one for this one blaster box. I will honestly say though, this is neat. I would personally have preferred just more of the normal packs, just because of the cost. Like $45 for one of these boxes, I think is a little too much. When a normal card pack is like 6, like that's just way too much. But you gotta make sure they're priced the same. You know, like we had is like $6 a pack. It's $45 for this, and make sure it's $45 worth of card packs in there. All right, here's my foil. Let me give it a quick feel. Okay. I'm gonna say that's a. I'm gonna say it's probably the back. Yeah, the back feels different. It might be. I go either or. It might be an omicron. Right. You got Rosie's Call, the Nifty Signs. You got Baxter's Lab, a card I have way too many of. Speed Road to Redemption. And we got The Gates of Heaven. We got another Crescendo. We got Rooster. Yeah, I saw it for a second. I saw that. We got Camera Shy again. Perfectly kind of placed. I got a 2-star or Turf War with Nifty biting Valentino. And my foil, neat, is the Atom Apparition with a little shine off we get there. There's the 4-star card. That's nice. I believe I have you. Abnormal. Do I have you foil though? Patent office. Does it look like I have it as a foil? And one for the collection now. Okay. All right. So, so yeah, Adam's Apparition. I was the last of the foils for box number 1. Let me get something stuff that was like I didn't have before. I gotta really break it all down. So yeah, 5 packs in a normal demon box that are here. I'm gonna throw this all back in here. I gotta do all the freaking all the checks later. Like if the box was like priced a little bit cheaper, it wouldn't be such a problem to me. It's just that it's $45. The box, because the size only holds 5 packs, so if it's like a tiny bit bigger, it would just like kind of match up with the cost. I think it would be a better thing. But yeah, obviously you see, still sealed. Box number 2. Let me see if I can open this without using a utility knife. There we go. Peel that baby open. I wish I should be playing Hazbin songs in here. Alright. Get on out of here. 4, 5 doesn't want to come out. There we go. Like, I'm not joking too. Like the foil card is in there, as you can tell in the back. It's another normal foil demon out box. So I got 2 of those now. I don't know why we are in such a world where like the cracked ice variants are like the more hard to find. But yeah, we got our 5 packs. One for the show on the road. Let's see. Oh, we got on now. 38 minutes. Okay, that's about right. It's funny going back and like looking at my other card opening like numbers, like how many I've done for how long it went. I always think about the when I got 100 packs for season one. I just think about how long that took. All right, I'll check a magic trick. I have to freaking shuffle them again. All right, can't feel. I'm feeling the foil right now. Feels kind of normal. So we shall see what it is. So we got winner pinches through. We got the nifty signs again. And we got the hypnotized card again. We got like three of those now so far. Get the Overlord games again. That's the second time we've seen that card. The Exorcist headquarters is like the second time. And speaking of deja vu stuff, we got the Overlord games card again in the same pack. We also got another Danny Dubad card. All right, so we have two so far now. Oh, we got Fancy Dress. I got another Vox's outfit. And then my full card is Frank. So, yeah, that's something right there. I don't call Frank. Let me see. No, I have Frank. Or good here, I do have a Frank. As good as I did that, so I can tell. Just hand me all the Danny Dubad cards. Because it is a really good card. You can't deny that. Just looking at it, it's like a good looking card. Gives you that nice, like classic, sinister look to like an old movie poster. I'll just open it. Oh, and very stupidly, if you don't, if you're wondering if I can hear the music, I actually cannot. I don't have my headphones on. The music is for all y'all. And I'm talking about people in the stream because once this is a VOD, no one will be able to hear the music. Hence why there's a thing right in the corner there. That's what I do. All right, it's pack number 7. Pack number 7. Open it up. Yeah. Here's my foil card. Give it a feel. Feels like a normal card. A normal foil on Omnicron. Okay, got Rosie's Emporium. The fancy dress. We got non-foil front card. We got the I love you so much. The cake. We got another Exorcist headquarters. Got the Magic Cat again. Got another Might of Lilith. Got not another one of these Emily murals. I don't recall us getting one in this set. Got another Pinterest portrait. And my foil card is hypnotized. It's not too bad. It's a little bit more of a lower end of rate cards, just for the 1 3 star. The rest of all them are all the ones and twos. Do, do. Okay, pack number 8. Come on, pack. ASMR open air card pack. Do 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 do. Like the magic trick, drop it on the top. Material feels like a normal foil again. All right, we got Cherry's Hotel look, Rosie's Emporium again. Got this is the a crescendo. Another Magic Cat. Another Overlord's Games. Another Exorcist Headquarters. We got the Adams Office. The Hotel Sinners. The Angel Egg Boys. And our foil card is the Nifty Signs. Kind of getting like that sinking feeling when we might not get anything really cool these last 2 packs. It's like this is the only 3. We only got like 1 3-star, unfortunately. Yikes! All right. Okay, pack number 9. Or act number 9, according to the captions. Wow, whoa. Okay. And opened. Down top. Feels and looks like a normal foil card again. Ooh. All right. Let's begin. We got Baxter's Lab. I believe this is the second time we've gotten it. We got Clara and Odette. Another Sir Pench's portrait. Another Emily's basket. Got the Pendleton. We got that. I think that was the first time we got that. I think. Got till the end. There. We got a naval card. Fancy dress. Interesting. It wasn't here. Usually this shows up Yeah. Got hotel sinners. Again, there's the previous one before had it in there. And my full card is Rope Speedrun the Redemption. The Evil is like the best card we got in this pack. Yeah. Having a sneaking feeling where we won't have anything good in the last pack. Call that a hunch. Yay. Alright, fingers crossed. It's the final one. Final pack. Now we get to look at the other stuff. The sun is starting to set a little bit darker outside. Yeah, at some point you're gonna see the whole background like kind of change. I'm gonna have the lights on. Yeah, it feels like a normal foil, unfortunately. So not thinking of anything good. So first up, we got Razzle. Then we got the Robotic Boy. Then the Gates of Heaven. Overlord Games. Pendleton. The Splattered Egg Boy. A normal, well, no matter what it takes. The Angel Hotel Rook. Rosie's Emporium. And my full card, unfortunately, nothing really good. It's the winner's benches room. So yeah, no secret rares in these 10 packs. Stage. But I expected this. This happens a lot. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah. Unfortunate. That's what we figured. I get a light on now. I'm gonna be swapping. Get my light on here because a light can give you better tracking. As the fool I am. I see. Also, I'm still not. I'll work on getting a new secondary monitor. I had the taste. I had my Q monitor here set up, and it's all nice. And the one that started, they're like, you know what? I'm gonna give up now. I'm on for 45 seconds. It's gonna shut off. So I gotta work on getting me a new monitor because that's the one that went away was a 4K monitor. So everything was all nice and stuff. I mean, my streams looked really cool. Had nice HDR on it. And the technology improved, and the newer 4K monitors can do like kind of crazy stuff now. I'm like, oh, I want to get that. Okay, pop this in the box. Keep it easily organizable, and we'll get a look see of these new books that have come out, all from Insight Edition. Maybe how like I think about it, I'm like, why don't I always think back to like Viv wanting to release like comic books and stuff for Hazbin like a like tie-in supplementary material, and like Murder Drones has an ongoing comic series that's adapting its story, and I'm just like like, do you think they might be able to just like partner up with somebody, just have them do that, just like a side story book? I think that isn't too much to ask. I'm sure you can find a studio to do that. Just give them like some basic parameters. And like, okay, here you go. Make sure the stories are approved. Yeah, I'm gonna get these back on. It'd be dope to try to put the plastic back on them as well. So yeah, I have to go through because we get a few cards that I didn't have before. Bring my books, those books over here. Just use this camera just slightly. Okay. It's all yeah. And so it was asked first. As I am now sitting down to put my headphones on. Oh, it's misery business. Okay. How does it look? There you go. We're going to start with the coloring book. So we're going to look through the pages here and see what we got. So this was currently it is $12.74 on Amazon. That's how much I paid. Nice, nice thick. I describe it kind of like the sketchbook paper. If you were to you buy a sketchbook you want to draw in, it's like that type of feeling paper. But yeah, this is the official coloring book. All based on season one. So you're not gonna get anything from season two. Hence, that's why the cover is season one base. The book is all based on season one stuff. So you get the angels here. You got here. So I'm guessing this is Lucifer. I want to say Eve. I don't think that's Adam. I want to say that's Lilith and that's Eve because it is the tree. And you got you got Charlie here, the key. During the Happy Day in Hell, the cannibals. And you got a two-page color here of Angel with Husk when they're filming the commercial. Oh, because you got Husk trying to read the lines. You get a part of Hell is Forever here with Adam and Lou with a bunch of the exorcists in the background here, and they got the commercial part. Of course, obviously it's half cut off here. Here's the half of Husk is right here. Here you also get the Mad Angel. Should be very careful. Then you get a two-page spread of Pentagram City. I love the non-detail for like some of these areas here. So you can just go ham with the color red if you want to. And then you first do what you want. You get to design your own center. You can make your OC. We can put my VTuber model right there. They are technically a center. There, obviously, we have Stay Gone. All the boxes around Alistair. And then you got a two-page here. You got Vox, Velvet, you got Kitty and Valentino putting the glitter on the gun. On with the shark. Not the shock wave, the other shark. but kind of out of order because they want to do a two-page spread. But you got Alistair during Stayed Gone. Yeah, race is one. They got Angel looking get suspiciously at Sir Pentious, who's talking on that spy watch. Oh, I don't think I've ever actually showed you all the spy watch. I did the video on social. I don't think I've ever showed on stream. You got Pentious putting the camera with the mount upside down, and when Angel catches him, yeah, it starts with sorry. Then you got another special activity with the superlatives. So you are to color in the residents that dwell in the Hazbin Hotel and create celebratory superlatives that reflect their unique personalities. Write in who is best dot 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 and worst dot 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 along most likely to or least likely to. And it's that says that on both sides. So you can for Charlie, Vaggy, Alistair, Nifty, Husk, Angel, Serpentious, and the Egg Boys. You can write whatever you want. Who's most likely to, who's least likely to. Go ham on that on those 2 pages. And then we got Alistair talking with Zestiel here with the Egg Boys. The one sinner taking the picture here. And you got obviously he respectless with Velvet with Valentino and Vox. Vox, on the backbone of the V's. We got Velvet with the severed extra head on top of the table with the other overlords. Where's there? You got Maestro, Zezzy, Rosie, Alistair. Here, then you have Carmela and Vaggie during their their not duet. They're singing kind of together. And then you got Serpentious sleeping with the Egg Boys all in their pajamas. And you can design your own airship. So you can design what your flying machine looks like. What do you want to fly around in the Hazbin Hotel world? And also design your own minion. Yeah, with the Egg Boy just kind of peeking out down there. And then we got we go to episode 4. The first thing we see is Charlie accidentally starting the fire here, and with the angel with all the all the other porn stars in the back there on the bed. And then we jump over to them when Angel gets back with Husk. They're pouring her in the drink. And of course, you got to have these two here. You got the loser baby. You got them shooting the guns. They got crying Charlie from the end there when she apologizes. Yes. And then you can design your own overlord. You can make your OCs do what everything goes in the book. Put it all in there. You got an overlord OC, put the overlord OC in there. Make your center an overlord if you want. And we got a 2-page spread here. Lucifer with the ducks. Every duck, party hat duck there, crown duck. The duck just staring at a picture frame. Maybe you can draw on the picture frame. What do you want to put in there? Put what you want. Huh? Then we got angelic power from the Hell's Greatest Dad song, and Mimsy here with the crew all looking at her like, what's going on? Who is this person? Then with Angel's face there, like, just beautiful. Then we got Alistair coming out through the thing. Who dares? And he goes to kill all the people who are coming from Mimsy. Then you can design your own rubber duck, whatever you want. I would have put like a standard duck in his hand, then tell you to design to go from there. Yeah, but they want you to start from scratch. And I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. Do what you got to do. Yeah, this paper like thick. Yeah. And then we got Saint Peter with the book at the gates of heaven. Then you got Charlie just picking up stuff with where Cherry Bomb arrives with Angel right there. Okay. Then we got when Sarah and Emily meet Charlie, and the scene with Vaggie looking like what, like at the hand touch. Yeah, and then we got obviously we got Vaggie as the Exorcist with her helmet off, with all the X's in the background. I mean, not bad. It's like $13, and you can buy it at anywhere where books are sold. So, I assume you go to a Barnes and Nobles. I'll probably have it right there. And now this is it. This is interesting. So these are this type of format. So you got the gang at the bar of consent. So you got Husk, Angel, Cherry, Serpentious. I got like a patron there. I don't want to say the bartender because I don't see any other drinks behind them. And then we got the confrontation here where Angel's like, "No, you can't. Don't touch Nifty. You can do what you want to me." He he with a Nifty just all out of it. Hey, then we got the this movie. This was at the back of the inner fold. Sorry, the fold gate for the season 1 vinyl record. Is this exact shot here where Emily and Charlie are in there, that end song of episode 6. But you can design your own winner. You gotta have an OC. You want to pop that in the book too? Go right ahead. We give you your own activities. Yes, you got the deal here. Already got an all shaded in Alistair there. Okay. Then we got ready for this with Alistair and Rosie and your shaded crowd of cannibals. Yes. There's a 2-page here. We got Vaggie when she gets her wings back during Out for Love with Carmela, and her whole hair is just a whole page to color. You can design your own cannibal here, and I popped it right next to the More Than Anything with Charlie and Vaggie. So I don't know why you would put this specifically here. I would try to keep it. Yeah, I probably would have put the cannibal design in a different location. I would have put it right next to the Charlie and the Vaggie coloring area. I would try to make them match a bit. Yeah, we got the invasion when Heaven is coming out of the portal. It comes to the Hazbin Hotel. And you have the close up of Adam yelling at Luke. This is with the force field. I believe that's this shot. Uh, oh, I didn't see the fucking force field. And then we got your sloppy Alistair shot here. Then all the crew rally and get it right when the battle starts. And so Cherry, there's Serpentious, there's Charlie with her shield, there's Angel Dust in the back with Vaggie holding up the spear, and then you got Nifty. Yeah, of course, most important, the Nifty killing Adam. You color in the blood there, and of course when Alistair shows up again, and with the Husk and the freaking just eye roll Lucifer like, ah, you. And then when Petrus arrives at the in heaven, and then you can design your own room for the Hazbin Hotel. You get practice of drawing your own backgrounds, and that's literally the last thing you do. And here's all the credits. It says manufactured in Turkey. Okay, just nothing unique in the back there. And then your back is just your information. Color your and draw your way through the first season of Hazbin Hotel. Bring Charlie Vaggie and the rest of your favorite wayward sinners to life as you color in illustrations of key moments from the show's first season on Prime Video. This officially licensed coloring book contains over 60 pages of scenes from episodes Overture to The Show Must Go On, alongside draw your own activity pages such as Hazbin Hotel superlatives Egg Mania, design your own rubber duckies, and more. All the logos and stuff on the bottom there. And the picture, so if you lose your babies in the middle, the more than anything, the state gone, and then your minion and rubber duck right there. Promote that book. And I put the price on there. I got it for $12.79 there, but it's $15.99 US and $21.99 Canadian. Yeah. So not a bad thing if you're interested in this type of stuff. I don't have a massive color pencil collection. Whenever I would do my own like comic stuff, I always would draw with just a pencil, so I would just be into shading. But last but not least, this is the bar book. If you've seen the post, like it's quite, yeah, it goes up to here. It's like this. So I thought it was gonna be like bigger, but it is actually quite a little bit like nice and handy. Got some wet heft to it. But yeah, the bar book, drinks and snacks for wayward sinners. Got a forward by Viv's in there. But yeah, we can read the back here real quick. Everybody loves to bitch to the bartender. Join your favorite wayward sinners at the bar with this officially licensed Hazbin Hotel bar book, with 66 recipes for mocktails, cocktails, heavenly mocktails turned sinful cocktails, and bar bites. Everyone can enjoy a responsible night on the town or drinking to forget kind of night. Helpful mixology tips, accompanying photos, and step-by-step instructions will allow fans to enjoy and pour of Beetlejuice or Harder Daddy alongside Angel Dust. Create their own version, sacrifice pina colada, or try a few Cannibal Town themed recipes fit for a sit down with Rosie. Recipes include Rosie's Sweet Tea, Lilith on the Beach, Poison, Man Eater Gimlet, Love in a Bottle, Torment and Tonic, Adam's Ribs, Angel Wings. And they get like three pictures of drinks here that you don't know. This book is $25.99 US, $34.99 Canadian. I believe it's about a little bit under that is how much I paid. It's like 20 something bucks. It's like 45 altogether. We got a nice little pattern here. I don't know if that can be seen very well. Now that's at the inside. Yeah. Kind of similar material to like the coloring book. It's kind of thickish premium paper. It has an hotel bar book. I got some hands holding a drink here. Forward by Viv's. Recipes by Tia Inks. Written by Jordan Al Sapua. They got your content. Obviously, as we're going through the pages, so it just gives you the pages to give you direct a link to the recipe, whatever you want. So we get the forward right here. Very long. Dear sinners, I am no stranger to a good drink. I actually met Amir Talai, the voice of Alistair, in person for the first time mid-swig. I went to see him perform at his cabaret show in Los Angeles a few years ago, where there was a drink minimum. I defaulted to my drink of choice, a Long Island, and I definitely exceeded the minimum. By the time we met, I was quite happy and bubbly. He teasingly called me sloppy, which I, in turn, had Alistair call Adam in season 1. There have been many drinks and fun stories since then, including my first hangover after the Hazbin Hotel pilot screening party back in 2019, an ill-fated bar night with Sam Miller where I threw up out of a rideshare, a moment forever immortalized in Hell of a Boss. Drinks, be they boozy or not, are a way to celebrate and bring people together, which is, gratefully, something we've done quite a bit of in the past few years. Since creating Hazbin Hotel and starting it to stream on Amazon Prime, there have been so many unprecedented changes and milestones for me as both a showrunner and artist. For the one From the one night only Broadway live show to the Hazbin Hotel X Animate Cafe pop up in Tokyo, I've had a lot to celebrate. So much so that it sometimes doesn't feel real. My team's art, dedication, and skill have lived far beyond the screen. This book is a beautiful example of how much love and passion this show has inspired. It includes 66 recipes, cocktails, mocktails, and a delicious bar bites inspired by the show's characters and settings. Whether you indulge in the sin of gluttony or prefer to practice of the heavenly virtues, there's something for everyone. Wayward souls and complicated winners alike. Who wouldn't want Beetlejuice IRL? Me personally, I'm trying the Has-Been's new look. Sign me up for glitter and tequila. So cheers, sinners. Just remember to always pace yourself and drink responsibly. After all, you don't want to end up bitching to the bartender all night. Love, Viv. Now, I don't know if this picture had been shown before, but I believe this is original for the book. Look, there's a real nice shot of Charlie and Baggy, Angel, Cherry Bomb, and of course Huss and behind the bar, as he always is. But yeah, Angel and Cherry enjoying a drink, Charlie and Baggy enjoying a drink. So that's the introduction. So I don't know how many pages. I think just yeah. This page of this instruction is the tools. So it's just this one page with a little bit to go through. All right. I read I will like often scan ahead as I read, which is a very bad trait. That's why I always fuck up when if I can misread a word that way. All right. Introduction. How truly is other people in Pentagram City, from the various overlords that happily rule over their fellow sinners to the exorcists who come to annihilate the souls of the damned. Every day in the underworld is an exercise in agony. Fortunately, even though they've been sentenced to eternal damnation, those sinners can still forget their troubles with a stiff drink. It's hell, after all. What better place to indulge in your vices? From the sex-filled halls of consent to the privacy of the Hazbin Hotel bar, you don't have to go far in hell to find a drink, and the damned wouldn't have it any other way. With this cocktail book, we offer the finest selection of high-end cocktails in barroom booze from across the pentagram, presented with far less violence, sex, and unidentified body fluids than you've encountered on a trip to hell itself. If you want any of that stuff, feel free to provide it yourself. We're not here to judge. What we are here to do is provide all manner of delicious drinks to make the misery of existence go down a bit smoother. From virgin mocktails to high spirited cocktails, we got something for everyone, including a mix of drinks that go both ways. Whether you enjoy a drink with or without the alcohol of your choice. Enjoy a happy day in hell, page 64. That would make Charlie sing. Take a shot of something strong, page 99, that help angel ducks relax after a long day at the studio, or help to handle the power of hell's elite by throwing back a The Bloody Overlords, page 56. And don't worry, you don't need to pull all that hooch on an empty stomach. We also got a section of snacks and apps to go with every drink. Feel free to stuff your face with as much food as you want. Gluttony is a sin, but that sort of behavior smiled upon hell. Indulge in some dipping and crunching with Nifty's favorite snack, page 120. Or indulge like a winner with a plate of Adam's rib, page 129. Just be sure not to let Serpentius catch you chowing down on those deviled egg boys, page 123. And yes, many of those eclectic edibles were sourced from Cannibal but we promise we've made the necessary replacements. What can we say? Those flesh eaters know how to season their meat. So welcome to the Hazbin Hotel Bar Book. With a little bit of effort and our help, you'll have a song in your heart, a drink in your hand, and memories of hell better than anyone who actually has to live there. Get your tumbler and sizzle sticks ready. Turn the page and remember, when you're here, you're a boozer, baby. All right. So first thing up is the hotel's bar chart. So it's tools of the trade, gives you an idea of what you would need. So you got you need the Boston shaker, the mixing glass, a Thornton strainer, a Gillette strainer, bar spoon for syrups. You need the simple syrup, honey syrup, sunny honey syrup. It tells you how to make it, which is a half cup honey, one half cup boiling filtered water at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, and 2 cinnamon sticks. Mix brown sugar syrup, vanilla almond syrup, raspberry syrup, agave syrup, blackberry syrup, and ginger syrup. So I assume you can, if you wanted to, you could buy the syrups by themselves, but it does tell you what you need to make it and with the little instructions. Just like, so it's like, all like, hey, here's all the stuff for your bar. But if you want to try all these, and you got the non-alcoholic substitutes. So it tells you about non-alcoholic vodka, mezcal, purple vodka, Royal Boost tequila substitute, gin, black tea, and fig bourbon. And they're all in quotes up because they're supposed to be what they're replacing. Thinking black currant bourbon, infused alcohol, seaweed, infused gin, hibiscus vodka, and then an apple shrub. So yeah. So these are the first chapter is mocktails for chumps. His first pickup is the Little Princess Morning Star. When a prospect resident of the Hazbin Hotel walks through its doors, you can be sure that the first thing they'll see is the smiling face of its founder, Charlie Morningstar, welcoming them to the first day of the rest of their afterlives. Hell's Princess wants to make sure every guest knows that just because something is good for you doesn't mean it can't also be a fun time. Similarly, this green drink packs plenty of nutritious vitamins within its sweet mixture of tropical flavors like passion fruit, ginger, and banana. So it tells you exactly what you need to make. There's like the ingredients here. Special ingredient equipment is a blender. That's what this is. That tells you how to do it. This is the instructions here of what to do. So you have your ingredients, equipment, and what to do with it. I won't go through that because we're not making any drinks. We're reading a bar book. I'm reading the little info about it with the picture. So this is Vaggy's secret. I do like the heart and like the bow look to it. Drink some water. Okay. This a so you have one drink. Charlie's biggest supporter in her mission to redeem sinners is her girlfriend Becky, who has spent a lot of her time struggling with a secret desire for redemption all of her own. Becky does her best to keep her angelic past hidden, but like the giant ice sphere in this mesco drink, secrets have a way of floating to the top. Still, love conquers all, and even through the hard times, Becky and Charlie knows they can count on each other more than anything. So you need two special equipment with an X-shaped cutter, cookie cutter, and a skewer. That's how you get like this, because you're gonna be taking the cutter to make these to put above the drink. The next up is here the ooh he's a good boy. He, all right, so this is you can always count on the Hazbin Hotel's #1 support staff member, Nifty, to speak her mind. She's specifically vocal about her appreciation for a bad boy, leaving her disappointed when Sir Patches proves to be anything but. She'd probably have a similar reaction to this margarine. Sure. Sorry, margarita. Why did I say margarine? It's margarita. Sure, it packs a punch with its mixture of jalapenos and chili flavors, but as a mocktail, this one's for the good boys. Still, there's plenty of flavor to enjoy, and given what a lightweight nifty is, probably best to keep hers alcohol free regardless. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay, next up here, this is the Rosie's Sweet Tea. For a place called Cannibal Town, this section of hell is surprisingly nice. That can be accredited to the leader of the cannibals, Rosie, who does a remarkable job of keeping those flesh eaters cordial and orderly. Rosie has a way of making all her subjects feel heard and respected, with a friendly ear and plenty of snacks to offer, courtesy of Rosie's Emporium. Though the food may be suspect at best, there's nothing like a warm cup of tea to soothe the soul after a long day, especially when it's filled with healing herbs like rosemary and basil. If it also helps pre-season a future meal, well, that's just the bonus for this overlord. There's fresh rosemary, chopped basil, two lemon wedges. That's what's right there. And your special equipment, you're gonna need a loose leaf tea strainer and one match or lighter. We're gonna have to lighten this bitch. We're gonna light this baby on fire. There's some caramelization going on here. All right. Next up here, this is called the Zesty Zingler. Okay. This one's very, very short. Loud and passionate with electric neon vibes and an intimidating stature, you can catch Zezzy in the club. Her voice commands attention even over the pounding of a drum machine. With this frothy matcha mix, you can capture a bit of that bold personality in a drink that stands out from the crowd. So this is pretty simple. Again, 1 cup matcha tea powder plus 1 dash of garnish, 3/4 ounce pineapple juice, half ounce simple syrup, 1 scant bar spoon vanilla extract, 2 ounce soda water, and your special equipment. You need a handheld milk frother or a hand whisk. Okay, next up we got Emily's Precious Punch. Very interesting. Charlie's trip to heaven isn't the most fruitful, but she does manage to find at least one sympathetic soul in Emily. This sweetheart seraphim sees the injustice being done to the damned, and though she doesn't have the strength to immediately turn the will of her fellow angels, she gives Charlie hope. For Charlie's kindred spirit, this spirit-free cocktail captures a similar sweet flavor profile, and hopefully Emily's Topeka tapioca pearls of wisdom can influence change in heaven, or at least in your taste buds. So 1/2 cup fresh blueberries, 2 ounce non-alcoholic vodka, half ounce lemon juice, half ounce simple syrup, half teaspoon of purple tapioca pearls, and 4 ounce non-alcoholic sparkling wine. Makes this drink. And right here we got the St. Peter's Solo. When humans are deemed worthy of a blissful afterlife, they're greeted at the gates of heaven by the $1 million smile of Saint Peter. It is his job to show every guest, even the temporary ones like Charlie and Veggie, just how great a place heaven is, emulating the sugary-free embrace of paradise. This mocktail captures the light, airy joy Peter hopes residents and visitors to heaven will enjoy, cotton candy clouds and all. Oh, head up. You better get you out of here, buddy. We don't like you advertisers here. You and your viewers. So this is 2 ounce purple non-alcoholic vodka, 1 ounce simple syrup, half ounce lemon juice, and a half cup of blue cotton candy. That's what this is here. Make a cloud. Okay, next up, this is the Kitty Killjoy's Bad News. I do like the background. They actually make it look like the 666 studio as best they can. Very simple. The lead anchor for 666 News lives up to her name, delivering as much bad news as possible with a twisted smile and a sadistic glint in her eye. There's no telling what awful new info she's going to drop in her next report, so hopefully a nice cup of hot chocolate can ease the sting. This common classic is given a strawberry spin to match the red hues of Kitty's killer power suit. Oh, but be sure you let it cool down a little bit before drinking it, because Kitty sure won't care if you burn yourself. Welcome, welcome. There's strawberry hot chocolate. So 1 teaspoon granulated sugar, half teaspoon powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon cocoa powder, half ounce strawberry syrup, a 3/4 cup boiling water at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, with a strawberry whipped cream of 2 ounces heavy whipped cream, half ounce strawberry syrup, and 1 strawberry scored. And you would need a hawthorn strainer for it. And it tells you how to make each of these down below. Yeah, that's what pretty interesting. Probably like hell yeah. Okay, of course, to pair it off, we got the Tom Trench Tiki Tipple. Oh, as hesitant as Kitty is to share the spotlight, it seems a minor miracle Tom gets any screen time at all. Of course, the grim visage of his gas mask head ensures Kitty is the more relatable face of 66 News. I could have skipped over that. That's my bad. With Kitty taking charge, Tom presumably has plenty of time to kick back between airings with a relaxing drink, and there's little more relaxing than a tropical fruit flavor of his tiki themed drink. So one large mango, peeled and sliced, two sliced reserved for garnish, half cup coconut water, one banana sliced, one slice reserved for garnish, 1 ounce of orgeat, and your special cup will be a blender. So, not bad, not bad. Now this is an interesting name. The idea of love. Is, so that's what it looks like there. I just love the idea. This is the idea of Lilith as a drink, not a Lilith drink, just the idea of Lilith as a drink. Even though she currently resides in heaven, Charlie's mother Lilith casts a long shadow across Pentagram City. Even absent, though, Lilith remains an inspiration to her daughter, who hopes to live up to the hopes and dreams that fueled her parent. Feel a bit of that inspiration with this fig flavored mocktail inspired by the Queen of Hell herself. So, 2 ounces black tea with fig bourbon, half one half ounce orange juice, half ounce uh, green grenadine, grenadine, 1/4 ounce lemon juice, 1 4 ounce king cube, and a half fresh fig, and that will make this drink. We got the two rebellious dreamers. I don't know who that is, but we'll figure it out together. That's what it looks like here. So, what is this? At the very beginning of creation, Lucifer and Lilith's shared independence and dreams of more led them to falling in love and rebelling against heaven itself. Though the decision to share free will with humanity brought evil into the world and caused the creation of hell, their dream of something better lives on through their daughter Charlie, Charlie has never forgotten her parents' story, and you can remember it too with this apple flavored concoction. It probably won't unlock the forbidden knowledge of heaven, but it'll taste good all the same. So it's one half ounce apple shrub, 3/4 ounce honey syrup, a half ounce of lemon juice, 1 4 ounce ice sphere, and one dehydrated apple wheel. So that explains what these are. These are dehydrated apple wheels. Very nice. And now this is the Hazbin. So Charlie's dream manifested. The Hazbin Hotel is where hell sinners have a chance to set things right and try to become a better person. The road to redemption is a tough one, so the hotel's signature drink aims to offer a sweet treat to perk up the spirits. Coffee is a popular way to start a new day, so this drink, layered with vanilla and almond syrup, can hopefully lead to a new beginning for every resident. Probably not the top of Huss' suggested drink list, but worth giving a try all the same. My favorite is Alistair. Vanilla turmeric foam. It's 2 ounces vanilla creamer, 1 dash ground turmeric. The has been is a half-ounce sweetened condensed milk, 3/4 ounce vanilla almond syrup, and 1 ounce espresso. The special equipment you'll need is a milk frother, and it tells you how to make the two items here on the bottom. Now, interesting is something I had mentioned in a VC. Not everything has pictures. Some are just the description and the uh, the ingredients. You already allowed that for yeah. So we got Abel's offering. Abel's offering. So Adam fell may have been felled in battle, but his legacy is far from forgotten, and not just because he's the original Dick. His son Abel remains in heaven, though he clearly lacks the cruelty and conviction of his father. Here's a slushy to match Abel's energy, and with banana and guava flavor to highlight the pink and yellow of his uniform. So it's 2 cups guava juice, 1 cup papaya juice, 2 ounce brown sugar syrup, 8 ounces of pineapple juice, and your special equipment you need is a slushy machine. So get yourself like a ninja slushy maker, or whatever you want. Pop those in and make your drink. Then we have a sip of speaker. Through Sarah leads those Sarah leads the seraphim. There are forces above for even her in heaven. Serving as the voice of God, the speaker offers guidance to the seraphim as the conflict with hell intensifies, with a gold flake garnish to represent a transcendent pedigree. This flavor drink captures the shining aura of the speaker. With 1 4 ounce king cube, 4 ounces of soda water, one half ounces of ginger syrup, half a lemon, and 1 pinch edible gold flakes. I really wish that I have a picture of that so I know what that looks like. Number two, these are cocktails for bad boys. So we crossed out the M, so that'll be in there. That does look good right there. Here, so first we got Angel's Fave. Angel Dust is one of Hell's top porn stars, and he's happy to prove it with at a drop of a hat, or preferably the drop of someone's pants. A drink for all of Angel's blunt come-ons and on-the-nose innuendos. What else could it be but a classic porn star martini, reflective of Angel's own journey of growth and redemption? This drink can be enjoyed with or without alcohol. Whatever your persuasion, enjoy a nice big gulp of Angel's passion. Fruit-flavored drink. I did that, and the dots are there, so you have to pause. So you got 2 ounces passion fruit juice, or written in one and one half ounces of vodka if you want to be alcoholic. 1 ounce filtered water, 3/4 ounce brown sugar syrup, 1/4 ounce lime juice, 1 dash vanilla extract, and 1 dash of white cocktail glitter. So in here, whenever that says fruit juice, the arrow here points and says vodka instead. So you're substituting out the passion fruit for vodka if you want to make the drink alcoholic. Next up, we got the Sir Pentious Sacrifice. Because not only does he get a portrait, he gets his own drink, and mostly all white up here with some nice chocolate, I'm assuming, up here. So Sir Pentious Sacrifice. So though he first came in the hotel as an undercover agent of the V's, no resident better embodies the spirit of Charlie's mission than Sir Pentious. In the final battle against Adam, Pentious gave his afterlife to try and protect his friends from the Exorcist, and that would ultimately see him ascend to heaven. Remember that sacrifice with this mocktail, vanilla ice cream floating to the top like fluffy white clouds Pentious finds himself residing upon. And don't forget his hellish origins with an alternate cocktail version. So 3/4 to medium scoops of vanilla ice cream, 9 ounce Guinness Zero or Guinness, or in a half teaspoon of chocolate syrup. That's obviously how you make the little swishy up here. I do like the different fonts because it's supposed to be Sir Pentious written on that end. And this here, we got cherry bomb. This is a cherry bomb drink. So that's sweet. Cherry bomb lives up to her name when she arrives at the Hazbin Hotel. Along her best to blow up all of Angel's progress on their nights out. And though she much rather keep kicking back and enjoying hard drinks like this cherry flavored cocktail, this drink can be easily made into a mocktail version for a more reasonable kind of night. It's harder to fit a bomb into a drink, but you can bet the popping candy on the rim will have your taste buds blowing up with flavor. So, 1 lemon wedge scored, half packet cherry flavored popping candy, 2 maraschino cherries divided, 3/4 teaspoon maraschino cherry syrup, 6 ounce Mexican Coca-Cola, hell yeah. And then written in there by Sherry herself, 2 ounces bourbon. So you just kind of so you add the bourbon in if you want to make it an alcoholic drink. Yeah, anything like with the font is different is the character changing up the recipe. Because when this was first announced, back that was like part of the thing. Like they would like be in the book like changing stuff. So this is Kiki's dish. Looks pretty simplistic, but has a very very big description of what to do. Kiki pulls double duty as both Charlie's pet and the physical embodiment of the hotel itself. Interesting. Whether she's comforting Charlie in the aftermath of an extermination or helping rebuild the hotel following the battle with the Exorcist, Kiki always shifts her shape to fit the mood. Like this beverage, she truly is the cat's pajamas. And like Kiki, your drink can shapeshift too, with both alcoholic and non-alcoholic option. So you have turmeric and ginger ice, gold key shaped ice, Kiki's dish, quite a bit in here. I'll say so. I won't read that off because you gotta make a bunch of things for it. So we'll just keep going on. This is Loot's Revenge. You have a nice shadow shot here. So Loot's Revenge. There's no bigger hater of the damned than Loot, an exorcist with a megalomaniacal desire to exterminate fallen souls. She's got a special hatred for Vagny, who she sees as a traitor to heaven and everything the exorcist stands for. The bitter rivalry comes to head during the battle at the hotel, and as mocktail captures this that bitterness perfectly. Of course, feel free to make an alcoholic version instead. No doubt Luke needs a stiff drink after losing her arm. It's true. So we got a half ounce non-alcoholic gin, 1/2 ounce Gia original aperitif, 3/4 ounce Gia berry aperitif, or uh, you replace the gin with the London Dry style gin instead. 3/4 ounce simple syrup, 1/2 ounce lemon juice, fourth ounce ice spheres, 1 pinch edible gold flakes. That's what you pop on top here. Sarah off duty. All right, so we had a little bit more about Sarah when she's not, being the head exorcist. As one of the seraphims leading heaven, Sarah knows how to on a good face publicly when getting the dirty work done in secret. Though Sarah plays at being sympathetic to Charlie's efforts, she was the one to first sanction the exterminations in hell. A secret she is none too happy to see come out during Charlie's visit to heaven. Sangrita is a sweet drink, matching the persona Sarah likes to show to the world, but it's also Spanish for little blood, something Sarah has plenty of on her hands. Like Sarah, you can enjoy a mocktail version if you're putting on a squeaky clean public image, or add in some tequila to take the edge off after a rough day. So yeah, bunch of different juices in here. Here, yeah, yeah, quite up to go. I'm looking at the time, and I know I have work in the morning, so might want to. We're gonna skip the ingredients, and we're probably just gonna read the little blurbs, the little information, and show off the drinks like that. So this is the Bloody Overlords. So hell may be a chaotic place, but you can be sure it'd be even more unruly without the overlords to keep their fellow sinners in line. From a media empire of the V's to Rosie's commanding grip over Cannibal Town, the overlords all wield their power differently, but all in service of keeping themselves at the top of the food chain. Spicy, bloody, and served with an over-the-top garnish, this drink can be made with either alcoholic or non-alcoholic beers. Captures all the grandeur and self-aggrandizing of being one of Hell's overlords. That's neat. That's pretty nice right there, right? Next up, we got I nearly scrambled myself, and yes, you do put the eyes in the drink. What would Sir Pentious do without his loyal, lovable egg boys by his side? Like the snake they serve, the snake boys might not be the most competent, but they get by with plenty of charm and general lack of threat. But with this egg white drink, you can avoid having to scramble any of those adorable minions and simply enjoy a sip with or without rum while you ponder if bank accounts really are a scam created by the shadow government. So these are two candy eyes you pop into your one egg white. So you can either have water or you replace the water with all white rum, by the way. That's how you change it. Now, these all just have descriptions, no pictures. So we have the responsible night on the town. When Charlie and Becky head to heaven for their meeting with Sarah, Charlie feels confident she can trust the other residents and a visiting cherry bomb to keep on the straight and narrow while she's away. Of course, temptation is around every corner in hell, but Charlie knows she can count on her crew to do the right thing. Here's an innocent branch of punch for everyone to enjoy while they make good choices. If you end up choosing to spike that punch, well, hey, I'm sure you'll still drink responsibly. And then we got the apple doesn't fall far. Early on, it's clear that Lucifer's past dealings with heaven have left him scared to stand up for himself or his subjects. In reuniting with his daughter, though, Lucifer rediscovers the rebellious spirit that first led him to hell. In the end, he stands with Charlie in the battle against the exorcist, proving that the apple hasn't fallen far from the tree of knowledge. The sweet nature of the relationship is captured by this apple shrub mocktail, whereas the added burn of some Applejack whiskey can reflect the tough times between daughter and absentee father. All right, this is Yum Blood here. And it looks like you add bourbon to make this an alcoholic drink. Hey, look at that. The nice little, this little grapes there. That's classic. The classic blackberries all right there. When it comes to Cannibal Town, the Rosie and Rosie exterior can only go so far in hiding the inherent violence of the cannibalistic residents. Sure, there's plenty of smiling faces and a nice fruity drink on the offer, but can you really be sure that thick liquid, is just a mixture of blueberry and black currant? You can take it straight up, or you can add some bourbon to help it go down easy. Either way, you're just gonna have to take those flesh eaters at their word that Young Blood is just a name. Now here's the drink of the hour here. A happy day in hell. Well, so very simple. You have the fire on there. It's also optional if you want to use a match or lighter. I love that. It's hard too. The addition, it's very light writing there. The addition of for what your alcohol addition is for Charlie's one drink here. Even in the aftermath of an extermination, Charlie's spirit and dreams of redemption remain indomitable. She has so much confidence in her plans. She bursts into songs as she heads to her for her meeting with Adam, letting her optimism flow into the streets of a hell that's hopefully be remembered sooner than later. In honor of her dream, enjoy this light, fruity mocktail. If you're feeling particularly hellish, just add the optional flaming rum element. Happy or not, it's still hell after all. Here we have the Virgin Sacrifice Pina Colada. Hell's a cruel place where even the alleged innocent can find themselves trapped in its fiery embrace. There's no virgin sacrifice required to enjoy this pina colada, and there's also no need to enjoy the virgin version of it if you like to add a bit of white rum to the mixture. So instead of pineapple juice, you would add white rum instead. But I do like the look of it too, like the blood on there. Here we have cocktails for boozers. We cross out some macchiato. So this is some Beetlejuice. So we have to finally figure out how you make it, how you can have a taste. Because it's Beetlejuice, drink. There are a few things sinners and hellboys love more than getting their drink on. So it's no surprise that Hell has more than a few favorable cocktails. With Bezo Juice, you can enjoy a hellish honey flavored take on a classic Manhattan and drink like the damned. Be sure to drink responsibly and remember to keep the party tasty energy sweet and not sour. And then take a drink of water because talking for a while can dry out your throat. So yeah, it's 2 ounces bourbon. It is very short. Yeah, it's 2 ounces bourbon, 3/4 ounce Benedictine, 1/4 ounce honey syrup, and one maraschino cherry. And that's how you make Bezo juice. So if you've been wondering what that stuff is that the queen bees gives people, that's what it is. So I got pinches here. Sir Pentius's crush on Cherry Bomb makes herself painfully obvious during the night's crew out with a chaotic explosives expert. His aborted attempts at flirting lead to all manner of problems for Pentius, including a promise to buy drinks for everyone in the bar. Maybe a bit more liquid courage could have helped the Victorian era Viper speak his mind, though this absinthe absinthe-based cocktail may have just knocked him out flat instead. Lucifer the Dreamer. He even has like the two snakes on the bottom. So that's cool. Well, from his initial rebellious streak that got him cast out of heaven to his support of Charlie's mission, nothing had ever fully gotten rid of Lucifer's dreamer spirit. In honor of that optimism, here's a strong cocktail for the strongest angel in hell. Be sure to include those gummy snakes to capture not only Lucifer's serpent like seduction, but as a reminder of just how ostentatious and showy the king of hell can be. So yeah, it's part of the thing. You gotta make sure you have those gummy snakes to add. Now here's something right there. Alistair's mantra. You put it right next to an old vintage radio. There's no telling what Alistair has planned at any minute, and that's just the way he likes it. However good or bad the situation, he makes sure to keep his cool and have a smile on his face. As he tells Charlie, a smile can keep your enemies guessing, and it's clear Alistair has plenty of those. Whatever happens, Alistair intends on to keep on grinning. So here's a cocktail to go along with all the best laid plans of mice and sinners. And I want to point out here, show as best we can, Alistair's handwriting right there. It says, "Sip as is or stir for for a more bloody look." It's obviously the bottom right here. So you would stir it a little bit more if you want to give it that bloody look to it. And here we have a Whiskers sour. Nobody appreciates a good cocktail like the Hazbin Hotel's resident bartender. Well, okay, Huss not that picky, given that most of the time he's happy to just throw back whatever bottle of booze is closest. But he got the job for a reason, contract with Alistair notwithstanding. So here's the sort of high end cocktail you could probably order from the miffed mixologist on a good day. A classic whiskey sour, or as Angel Dust might call it, a Whiskers sour. Ooh, and then of course, you ever wanted to drink the V's, well, here it is. None of Hell's overlords are quite as in your face and ostentatious as the V's. From brainwashing users of Vox Tech electronics to keeping the horniest sinners begging for more, the V's have a controlling interest in favorite vices of the damned. What better way to represent this terrible trio than a layered shot of 3 different liquors? Just don't let Velvet make it for you. Probably guess why. This is Mimsy's Bee's Knees. This unflappable flapper brings a whole heap of trouble to the hotel when she first swings by, counting on our old pal Alistair to clean up her mess. Her visit is brief, but it's clear she's got plenty of history with the unappreciative husk. As such, he's likely made her an era appropriate drink at least once or twice over the years. Enjoy a drink that roars like the 20s with this Prohibition era bee's knees cocktail. And you put a match in with the drink as an option, so you get this nice smoky look to it. You don't have it lit up. You just light it up to get that nice burn on there. And we have a Razzle and or Dazzle, whether you want both alive or one of them be dead. And most of the time, Charlie's pets, dragons, are the pitches of adorableness in their little tuxedo jackets. When it's time to throw down, though, they can rely on their fuller demon forms to take on whatever threat has shown up at the hotel doors. These paired shots capture both the pair's moods, a sweet concoction for pet mode, and a flaming shot for when things get a little bit spicier. So you have a Razzle drink and a Dazzle drink. Hey, that's fun. Now this is Lilith on the beach. While her husband and daughter have struggled down hell, Lilith spent several years secretly away in heaven, spending at least some of that time lounging on the beach. Though Luke tries to make it clear her vacation is over, you can enjoy some of that heavenly relaxation for this medley of fruity flavors and its elevated take on a classic sex on the beach. Okay, next up, we have Zestio's Flip. You even get a blackberry that you can make it look like a spider, because, Zestio's a spider. There. Like his fellow overlord Alistair, Zestio strikes fear in the hearts of any other demon that dares cross his path. Hell, most demons would rather self-immolate than even risk it. It's clear that despite his calm demeanor, Zestio can flip the switch in an instant when provoked. For one of Hell's most ancient demons, here's a take on one of the oldest cocktails around, a rum flip, garnished with a blackberry spider to honor the demon himself. Okay, then we have the Maestro's chorus. As we know, that's the one overlord who has the flaming scully looking head. Yeah, that was the blue flame. Okay, so Maestro's chorus. Maestro's formal look might suggest a bit of class, but this demon has a habit of getting right into the mess of his fellow overlords, as he is all too happy to keep tabs on Alistair and dish with fellow overlord Zesty. With this flaming blue drink, you can enjoy the spirit of Maestro the next time you share drinks and the latest gossip with your own friends. And with this drink, you put the fire there. Funny enough, one of the Hazbin Hotel Worlds in VR chat uses Maestro's model as a bartender. And here we go. And this is the uh, Susan drink. Opinionated and in your face, Susan gives Charlie nothing but grief when she tries to rally the residents to fight against the exorcist. Still, despite her surliness, she inadvertently helps Charlie to harness her leadership skills and rally the cannibal forces. So she's not all bad. Well, as far as cannibals go, this floral cocktail captures the rose exterior of Cannibal Town, while also providing a bit of bitterness for the most cantankerous cannibal around. And you put dehydrated rose petals in, so that's how you get this look to it. They use a lot of red drinks in that one. Now these are all descriptions, no pictures, unfortunately. We're pretty down the book now, which is nice. So the first thing we got is consent. Okay. This will yield 2 cups of gelatin desserts. So that's just kind of interesting. That means this is so okay. So we're making a drink here, but apparently we're making a dessert. When the residents of the hotel head out for a night on the town with Cherry Bomb, they certainly know how to have a good time. And as this club's name suggests, there's no having a good time without consent all around. It's also fun to order a round of shots, ideally for everyone. So be sure to enjoy these cherry jello shots before you let your cardinal desire impulses take over. So you mix this drink together with Jello. So you make a Jello shot. Fair enough. That explains it. Then next up is Radio killed the video star, obviously named after the second episode. When Vox senses a power vacuum, he's quick to try and fill it with a commanding broadcast. Of course, his long-standing rivalry with Alistair leaves him with one old-timey signal he can't quite overcome. This Scotch-based drink for the leader of the V's is plenty strong, though maybe not as strong enough to overwhelm the radio demon. And it says here something about a match, so it looks like yeah, it looks like there's an orange swath, and you use the match on it to kind of give a nice little burn mark on there. That'd be nice if there was a way to they had a picture of that. So this is the Dead Exorcist. So here, link view. Oh, the sun is completely down now. It's only going down 2 degrees outside. So thank fuck I have air conditioning in here because holy crap, it would be warm. Uh, the Dead Exorcist. When Velvet tosses the severed angel's head on the Overlord's meeting table, we get a look of the gold blooded that runs through their veins. Though the cannibal crowd would probably be happy to take a drink straight from the source, this cocktail recreates that golden glow in a more palatable form. Enjoy an added hint of absinthe to raise you up to the heavens above. So this is supposed to be the blood of a dead exorcist. So pretty simple instructions there what to do. Something strong. All right. Although although Angel and Husk start out at each other's throats, the lovable losers eventually find common ground through their mutual servitude to abusive overlords. Husk might begrudgingly admit he made any friends in the hotel, but it doesn't mean he won't make Angel a strong dig after a rough day at the studio. Relax after a hard day or a long night of your own with this take on the classic corpse reviver. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Oh, here we go. This is the poison drink. One of Angel Dust's biggest struggles is with the abusive relationship he has with his boss, Valentino. He compares this relationship to an addiction, likening it to a poison he can't quit. This strong cocktail can hopefully serve as an escape from the toxicity, the sort that might take the edge off of a tense day. It does not say anything about you having a little pin here with a skull on it, but I think that's necessary. But yeah, that's a poison drink. So you can drink this when you're listening to Poison from the season 1 soundtrack. So this is Baxter's Bad Batch. This is a raw oyster, by the way. Okay. With a win against the Exorcist, the hotel manages to expand and attract new guests. That includes this marine mad scientist with an antisocial bent. And though he has a knack for invention and troublemaking, the last thing you want to assume is that he's the hotel's new pitches. Enjoy a bit of what sets Baxter apart from the saltwater flavors of seaweed and oysters in this cocktail. So seaweed infused gin, a caci americano, and a one raw oyster, which is what you pop on top. And this is the Hazbin's new look. Very, very short and sweet. The battle with the Exorcist left the hotel in a rough state. Unfortunately, that breakdown was the basis of a stellar glow up. With a dash of activated charcoal to capture the fire and brimstone magic that made this makeover possible, here's a jet black drink with a hint of gold to capture the brand new look of the Hazbin Hotel. Oh, then we have the Man Eater Gimlet. In addition to running Cannibal Town, Rosie has her emporium sell all manners of merchandise to the residents. Like any good overlord, she knows the importance of diversifying her portfolio. Enjoy a drink from Rosie's personal collection with this take on a gin gimlet. Be sure to mind the hot sauce lurking under the surface, the same way you need to be mindful of a seemingly charming cannibal. So it says 2 ounces London Dry style gin, and then there's the line and arrow, and it says must be Rosie's Man Eater gin. And you put a pepper in the on top of the drink there. This is Love in a Bottle, obviously named after the song. Huss takes a while to open up to the other residents of the hotel, and even then, he does so begrudgingly. However, Huss never has had an issue opening up a bottle, and he may have no greater love than whatever hard liquor he's currently in the process of throwing back. Get a drink that makes you as happy as it does Huss with his glittering vodka cocktail. Next up, now we find out what this is. This is the harder daddy. You know, this is Angel Dust's drink here. There's no choosing words carefully around Angel Dust, as he'll find a way to turn just about any turn of phrase into an innuendo. Better to just lean in and embrace your mind's dirtiest impulses. With a harder daddy cocktail, you can enjoy a watermelon infused drink that would make Angel proud, and probably make Huss roll his eyes at you for ordering one. So it's fresh watermelon, white rum, orgeat, lime juice, one sliced watermelon about an inch thick. That's how you make the heart in the drink, by the way. So you need a heart. You also need a heart-shaped cookie cutter and a skewer so you can stick that thing in there. It's a torment and tonic. And it looks like we have an eyeball in there. So that's gonna be interesting to figure out how we're gonna grab that. Shirley does her best to make hell, well, not necessarily a fun place, but a tolerable one. Still, even the best days among the damned is still full of torture and torment, and that's just a fact of death. Let that hard truth wash over you with this high bell garnished with a lemon twist to capture the sour punch of the afterlife. So you need an Empress Indigo gin, 6 ounces tonic water, and one long lemon. And twist, and that's how I guess we're gonna make our eyeball. And next up, this is the Vox Populi, the People's Choice. Early on, Vox's television empire is built on keeping the masses of hell locked in on whatever mindless entertainment and product placement will fill the V's pockets the fastest. Eventually, though, he sets his sight on amassing even more power through his hypnotic broadcast, causing trouble for Charlie in the hotel. With light up ice cubes to capture the ethereal glow of the screen, here's a blue drink for the blue screen face of hell himself. So you have to get 3 light up blue ice cubes. So I don't know how you make that. I guess we gotta use a blue drink and make it into an ice cube. That's the only way it would work. Next up, this is the love potion. This we gotta be careful with. If Velvet makes one of these, you gotta be careful. Well, we all know. Fox Rise to Power is a team effort, and with each of the V's making new moves to cement their influence over the underworld. For Velvet, that includes a new love potion for the forlorn. Get a taste of Velvet's personal stock with the cherry Cosmo garnished with a skull for all its soury souls trapped under the influence of the V's. You need kitchen scissors is a special equipment needed for this because you gotta make like a skull there. That's and that's literally what it's for too. You can't there's no cutter for that skull. You gotta do it all by hand. So you gotta be very careful with it. This is room service for gluttons. So we're getting our way through here. So I see the ribs. And this is all we're starting off with no pictures. This description, just a little anecdotes here. Okay. Nifty's favorite snack. Nifty may be the hotel's most unhinged resident, but it's no arguing that she does a great job keeping the place clean. That includes staying on top of the hotel's bug problem, one violent stabbing at a time. Here's a snack to enjoy while you take a break from cleaning up, with bug-shaped veggies to emulate the violent tendencies of Hell's Best Maid. And next up is Fat Nuggets. Though Angel is slow to open up to the other residents of the hotel, he has at least one confidant in the form of his pet pig, Fat Nuggets. Angel's portly pal is there for him to snuggle up with after all the hard days and hard partying nights. Snacking on Fat Nuggets is, of course, off limits, but you can wrap up your own pigs in a blanket in this appetizing finger food classic. So it looks like these are crescent rolls. All right, finally some pictures. You can't be showing us food. We would not have a picture of the food. Come on. Deviled Egg Boys. Oh boy. Sir Pentious first moves into the hotel. Maggie's initial impulse was to get rid of the egg boys, leaving the task to Alistair, though she insists Alistair remove the little eggies in a humane way. Who knows what violent ends they would have met if the radio demon had left to his own devices. Fortunately, Frank lives on, and there's a deviled egg dish to capture his goofy, lovable vibe on a plate. So you can make your little egg boys as a snack to eat with the olives for their eyes. Lucifer's rubber duckies. Okay. When Lucifer makes his first appearance, we learn a lot about him, including his anxiety about being a good dad, his flair for showmanship, and the fact that his space is covered in rubber ducks. Just so many ducks. It's possible Lucifer uh, needs a more enriching hobby, but in the meantime, here's some duck confit for the king of hell. Maybe his fire-breathing ducky can help with the roasting. So this is literally duck legs, by the way. Yeah, two duck legs, about half pound each, one tablespoon of salt, and freshly ground black peppers. Morningstar salad. Charlie sees the good inside every single sinner. Her goal is rehabilitation. It's not just changing what sinners do, but how they take care of themselves and others. Join Charlie's efforts and try this beet salad. Deliciously red and juicy and packed with vitamins and good vibes. Charlie would be so proud. You have to make a yogurt sauce for this. Charlie's cordial cake. Whether welcoming new residents like Sir Pentious or nervously greeting her father for a visit, Charlie does her best to ensure the hotel makes a good first impression. And hey, what's more welcoming than a nice cake? Celebrate Charlotte's complicated family history with this angel food cake dyed red to represent the fire and chaos in her hellish home. Then Angel's hair pasta. If anyone at the hotel is going to prefer a liquid diet, I'm talking alcoholic people, get your minds out of the gutter. It's angel dust. Even if hell's greatest porn star needs to eat every once in a while, so why not go for a recipe that can appeal to his ego? And you can appeal to that liquid thirst with this robust vodka sauce featuring uh, prosciutto, garlic, and plenty of herbs. Right. Okay. And of course, this is the most important. Adam's ribs. I mean, what he always has. They're very important into the lore of the world. How when we first showed off the book pages, this was one of them. Was about the ribs. All right, those look good though. I really want to try those. Adam's self-proclaimed original deck has so little regard for his first meeting with Charlie Morningstar, breaking her multiple times throughout, even as he offers her lunch. His personal favorite, a plate of ribs. Get a taste of with this recipe for slow cooked homemade barbecue sauce slattered ribs that will guarantee you'll love as much as Adam loves himself. So you can have a half rack pork ribs in here that's written in there. It tells you how to do dry rub, barbecue sauce to finish it off in. All in this very small amount. Hell yeah. Now we got Cannibal Town cuisines. We're nearing the end of this. Look at those. First up, we got brain food. Look at those. So this will yield 24 servings, by the way. That's what these little things there are. It doesn't matter how pleasant, cordial, or put together they act. At the end of the day, the residents of Cannibaltown are, well, cannibals. But as for Charlie is concerned, that doesn't mean they can't do their best to better themselves like every other sinner in hell. Inspire that mental growth with a bit of brain food, which, the cannibals will probably take issue with the substitutions, but you'll likely enjoy this dessert version a lot more. And so in the description, it says 24 brains. It's crossed off with to say pecan halves, and then here 1/2 cup blood is crossed off to be red frosting. We have peanut butter in here, so not bad. And now we're back to just descriptions. I want to see these. I want to see the food. Cannibal Town style chili. Following the battle with the Exorcist, there was plenty of dead angels littering the ground around the ruined hotel. Though Lucifer and Kiki were able to fix the hotel, one has to imagine the cannibal forces were happy to take care of all those corpses after working up an appetite in battle. Make the most of any meat you've got lying around in your fridge, and of course with this hearty chili dish, perfect for salting, sating your hunger after a busy day. I love it. It says here 1 pound lean ground beef meat, and it's crossed off for beef. It's like, well, like what? You can do both, meat or beef. Okay. Now we got crispy eyeballs. When Charlie raises an army to stand against the forces of heaven, the majority of her soldiers are from Cannibal Town. Though great allies, their preferred diet leaves a lot to be desired. If you ask them, they may suggest that the best finger food, other than, well, actual fingers, would be something easy to pop back by the handful, like crispy eyeballs. This reworked recipe importantly replaces eyeballs with chickpeas, much easier to source. And then it says right in the beginning there, here, it cuts out the eyeballs with the chickpeas. And now we got bone marrow flute. While strolling through Cannibal Town, Charlie witnesses the residents of Cannibal Town making the most out of every wayward sword they get their razor sharp teeth into. Bone marrow can make for a delicious glaze on whatever limb or lung they're snacking on. Make the most out of your own bite with this recipe for bone marrow shanks, now with 100% less human. I don't think I've ever had bone marrow roll before, so I don't know what it tastes like. So I would have to have that in a very controlled environment. Okay, we got pulled shoulder nachos. As leader of Cannibal Town, it's Rosie's job to hear out her residents and make sure they don't get too destructive with their bloody tendencies. Her emporium goes a long way to keeping things orderly, with plenty of cannibal-friendly snacks. Of course, Charlie's no fan of the pickled fingers Rosie offers her, so here's some more traditional finger food for the non-cannibal crowd to enjoy. Still, plenty of meat in those nachos, and not a bit of it human. So you get pound pork shoulder. You can get instead of severed fingers, you can do tortilla chips. So that's interesting. And we got angel wings. All right. See here already, angel wings. They crossed off the angel for chicken, so we already know what this is. I know I can easily make these. When Charlie recruits the cannibals, they make it clear that they love nothing more than to get a taste of the angels they will be fighting. Well, given that Hazbin Hotel won the battle, you have to imagine those cannibals got their wish. Celebrate the hotel's sweet and spicy victory with these hot honey chicken wings. I can easily I can make those, and that's it. We have the measurement conversion. So if you need to change it up to your different teaspoons, tablespoons, fluid ounces, get your acknowledgments, your authors, the index, so you can jump over to whatever item you're looking for, whatever specific recipe, and of course your credits in the back, and this very thick piece of paper to be the other side of the book. So yeah, if you're interested in making some desserts and stuff, definitely give it a check out. Especially if you can get on a nice sale. Because obviously I didn't want to read how to make the foods because, well, we're not doing cooking here. All right, but yeah, we are going to end the stream for tonight. Thank you so much for joining. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to click on the follow button down below. Well, so you'll be notified when I go live again next. I have a very odd schedule, so it's not. It's very random when I go live again next. It's just kind of whenever I decide. Yeah. So definitely give it a follow. So, and also follow me on my social platforms. I'm always active on them. I'm always posting stuff on those platforms. Always active on the Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads, and Tumblr. Always posting news and stuff, whatever's going on with me, scenes I've purchased. I also have a YouTube with about what are we now? About five 5.5 years of content on there, of previous streams and original content on there. So if you want to see all the other card pulls I've done in the past, they're all there. And also my reactions when Hazbin Hotel season 2 was coming out, when I was doing them the day they came out. Oh, I needed that drink of water so bad. And so definitely check out the content on there. Lots of variety stuff on there. Lots of different games I've played over the years. And of course, I do have a Discord server that you can join to with roles to congratulate. So if you don't want to follow the channels above individually, you can follow those. You just click on a role and it will give you a ping in the server when I upload on those platforms. And of course, we have a nice little community there where we hang out, chill, play games, do a community events. So definitely a brand out time. Definitely recommend it. And yeah, that's about it. So whether it was morning, afternoon, evening, night, for you watching this live, you're watching this live on either Twitch or YouTube, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Bye bye. And I don't think we're going to be doing an A rate, so we're just going to be ending. Okay. See y'all next